Hello, and thank you for viewing this video from Heller Consulting. We help nonprofits select, implement, optimize, and grow their use of software to best support their missions and fundraising. The topic of this presentation is, what is the cloud and why should I care? We're going to start by digging a little deeper into some of the most common phrases and concepts that are important. Over the next several slides, we'll be talking about cloud computing, SaaS, or software as a service, and TCO, or total cost of ownership. So what is the cloud exactly? In a nutshell, it's the latest wave in the development of computing technology. It's the melding of traditional technology infrastructures like network, servers, computers, and the internet. Over the last 15 years, internet companies have really had to develop an entirely new infrastructure to support their sites and their businesses. Now all that is available to the rest of us to host and run the software we rely on day to day. And that comes with great benefits, which we'll outline later. For the moment, you'll see on this slide just some of the types of information that can now be stored and used in the cloud rather than on your local network or computer. This includes email, databases, websites, documents, backups, etc. In case that slide seemed a bit abstract, here are some very popular sites that most of us use every day. Each of us lives and runs in the cloud. So as you can see, you are already in the cloud. More and more of what we do personally with a computer revolves around the internet, and that's becoming possible in our work lives as well. For nonprofits, this can be especially important and invaluable. For most nonprofits, moving their data and software to the cloud results in more reliable, flexible systems and less wrestling with their technology. This means more time to focus on their mission. So how did this evolution happen? Here you can see us going back decades, but just to catch you up to the current state, about 15 years ago, businesses started to do a lot more of their business online with e-commerce and email. And then about 10 years ago, they started using systems that allowed them to interact with their constituents online. And those systems were based online, and they did use online communications a lot more. We started to adopt in the nonprofit sector some of the online communications with email and things like this. But the CRM piece, the connection with your constituents, and that has taken a little bit longer. Now many other applications are also in the cloud. Desktop and office suites such as Google Docs and Microsoft Office, meetings like WebEx and GoToMeeting, human resources, finance, supply chain, all of these things are now in the internet or in the cloud. And commercial enterprises can run their entire businesses in the cloud. And so we in the nonprofit sector are starting to experience that same type of transition. So why should you care about the cloud? Well, it depends on your role at a nonprofit. So if you're a fundraiser, one of the great things about the cloud is that you can, cloud-based systems can help give you a fuller, richer view of your constituents. This really is important when you're talking about segmentation, about getting to know your constituency in a deeper way, and really being able to tailor your fundraising to people's particular interests. And cloud-based systems simply make that easier to bring all that information together and out of the silos you probably have now. For program staff, cloud-based systems can give you a solid platform for managing your mission. A lot of program staff right now are reliant on homegrown systems like FileMaker and Excel and Access and SQL Server and things like this. And it's very disparate and fractured what kind of systems are available to program staff. And cloud-based systems tend to be more robust, accessible from multiple locations, things that really matter to carrying out your mission. If you're the CFO, you can realize cost savings in every aspect of your organization because as you'll see in a moment, the total cost of ownership is much lower. And for IT staff, cloud-based systems can be easier to support. Of course, there's nothing to install. There's no hardware to maintain. That's one piece of it, and then cloud-based systems can be easier from a user perspective as well. If you're the executive director, of course, all of this is important to you. And for everyone, you can experience greater efficiency and greater effectiveness. So, a little bit more about SaaS. It lives in the cloud, and you access everything in a SaaS system via your web browser. That's Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, Chrome, etc. Great benefits include lower upfront costs. Again, we'll talk about TCO in just a moment. A lower risk. It's easier to roll out incrementally and build on successes, so you don't have to basically buy everything at once and make a huge upfront investment. You can buy incrementally what you need. It's scalable. So you might start with a smaller aspect of your organization that needs to be managed, a smaller feature, a smaller business need, and then scale up as you need to. Again, if you want to think longer term about meeting a bunch of business needs, you don't have to buy for that broader set of needs right up front. You can grow into it. And it's faster to get onto a cloud-based system, most commonly, and so you realize a return on your investment a lot faster. Also, a couple other pieces. Vendors are really motivated to keep you happy when you have one of their SaaS systems because you pay on a subscription basis. That's why we call the software as a service. You subscribe to it, and because you subscribe to it, you could leave it at any point. And so vendors really have to keep you happy to keep you on their systems. Also, they're easier to build other applications onto. So if you think about the iPhone, one of the things that's made the iPhone successful is not just what Apple has done with it, but what everyone else has been able to do with it. And cloud-based systems or SaaS systems really lend themselves to that kind of third-party development. So most SaaS systems have the vendor behind them, but also have other people adding on to it, which really broadens how you'll be able to use it. So let's talk about total cost of ownership a bit. When you think about buying new software, most people think about, what am I going to get for it? I'm going to get these cool new features, these are my benefits, but they're not thinking about everything else that comes. And there you see on the left our iceberg again. It's not just the beautiful pieces on top of the water. There's everything else that comes with it. There's hardware, consultants, infrastructure, staff, etc. And all of these really drive up the prices quite a bit over time. Now, cloud computing, according to at least one study, has noted that cloud computing can be 46% less expensive over the life of the product than a comparable client-server system. So this is a substantial difference. And this is in line with other studies and also with our own clients' experience. So the commercial sector has strongly embraced cloud computing. What that means is, for us in the nonprofit sector, is that they've already started to make it work. They've tested it. They've vetted it. They've driven down the prices for it, and we're getting the benefits of that now. So thanks for viewing this presentation. If you'd like to learn more about cloud computing and how it can benefit your nonprofit, please do give us a call at 510-841-4222 or visit our website for more information at www.teamheller.com. We look forward to hearing from you and to helping you move your mission forward.